So I think over the last few weeks, what we've been discussing and some of the issues that guys have been having, and we'll get your perspective, is basically not feeling good enough for the girl, or I guess not feeling good enough for the woman, not feeling good enough in general, and then not being able, trying to impress, trying to be someone they're not, trying to put on a front. Ultimately, it's not feeling good enough. So I'm interested to hear your take on that.
So I think we can all breathe a collective sigh of relief, because that's a common thread right throughout humanity. Even the most beautiful people who appear beautiful, or the most wealthy people, on some level, there's an underlying sense that we are not good enough, because we are separate. We feel that we are separate from our divinity. We're separate from our souls. And the only way that we can resolve that is by working on ourselves. So it's said that the only thing I can do for you is to work on myself. And the only thing you can do for me is to work on yourself. And when we work on ourselves and we heal those wounds of childhood, because for most of us, it stems from childhood. It's the wounded child that needs to be addressed, needs to be healed, needs to be held, and needs to be reassured that all is well. So when we fall in love with ourselves, it's an inside job, then we become attractive to other people. It doesn't really matter what the person looks like. A confident person, a person that feels their self-worth, is very attractive. Somebody that feels that they're not good enough, somebody that feels that there's something lacking, something missing. It's almost like they have a repelling magnet within them, and it's repulsive to people, because people pick up that energy and they feel, well, if this person doesn't even find themselves good enough, then how can I find them good enough? And often you find people that are not that great looking, they're chubby, they don't go to the gym, but they're really, really self-confident, and they're really, really okay in their skins, and men and women. And that's very, very attractive for other people, because people think, well, there must be something special about this person that they're so okay with themselves. They're not hung up. They're not trying to suck their belly in when they're walking on the beach. They're just really okay in their own skins. And that comes from doing deep inner work and really addressing that wound of the inner child. And we don't know which age that could be. It could be several ages. We don't know if it could have been the bullying incident, or whether it was something that happened with the mother figure or the father figure, or the lack of a mother figure or the lack of a father figure, because that's where the wound starts. And then we play out that wound right throughout our lives until we do the inner work to heal the inner child and to find ourselves worthy. Nobody else can do it for us. And it's through tools and mechanisms like breath work, through meditation, through journaling, all of the things that we've heard about that we can use to do the inner work. You know, often people turn to medication, and that's just a temporary, it's like a bridge over troubled waters, but we want to smooth the waters. We want to be able to heal ourselves so that we feel really good enough to not feel that crippling feeling of insecurity when we're faced with somebody who we're attracted to. Nobody else can do that for us. We have to do it for ourselves.
So what do you think it is when a guy would, let's say from your perspective, sees a beautiful girl, but then just this crippling fear of not being good enough for her? Is it just a result from the past? Is it the thought processes that are going on? Is it like what do you actually think is happening there?
Well, somewhere at some point, the person must have been made to feel that they are not worthy, that they are not good enough, that they're somehow lacking. So there's the wound. The wound is there, established in early childhood, or being a teenager, or through rejection, either from the mother or the father, or later on from a girl, for example, and then that wound stays there, and we base our self-worth on how that one person treated us at that time. And especially when it comes from the mother or the father, the wound is deep and it stays there until we heal it. We have to go to places where we don't feel comfortable, but nobody can teach us to love ourselves. We need to remove all the obstacles to love. We're not looking for love. We need to remove the obstacles to love, because our innate nature is love. And ultimately, we want to be comfortable in our skin, so comfortable that it doesn't matter who walks past or who we need to speak to, we're okay with who we are. The person that we are in private, and then there's the person that we are when we are in public or with other people. And usually there's a huge chasm between those two. And we want to be able to diminish that so that eventually all we are is who we are, that one person, that person who's completely comfortable in their skin. And it takes practice.
It's basically just not having a filter, not who you are is who you authentically are. It's not trying to do anything, even if you're meeting someone new, there's no filter.
Yeah, I think that the trying is what causes so many obstacles, because people can feel trying. It doesn't feel authentic. People can feel an open heart. People can feel someone who is comfortable. And when you are comfortable in your skin, you make other people feel comfortable. When you're feeling fraught and overwrought, that's the energy other people pick up. And nobody wants to be in that energy. People want to run away. Yeah. So it's
okay.
Most of the time, it's got nothing to do with how successful we are or what we even look like. It's got to do with the energy that we are giving out.